Hello guys, so recently I just had a regional and in this video we are going to check my deck profile updated with the best options available for my meta call for this event that was super rogue random matchups, and then a breakdown super detailed about all the matchups, what happened, if there was a misplay, if there was a win that could have been a loss or a loss that could have been a win, so you can like get some really high quality content knowledge for free. But of course, if you wanna get more, you know that you can count on my coaching sessions. So I hope that this video is really informative and helpful for all of you guys. Without much more to say, let's go into the profile and then the breakdown of the matchups. Okay guys, so let's begin with the deck profile. So as you can see, we have, we're playing the Flamestorm stuff, but probably not what you expect. So we're playing Infernoble with Flamestorm, with Simple Spoil, a bit of non-engine, and then this guy that didn't actually belong anywhere, but they were needed, you know, like Sublimation, Gear Fit, they should be just Infernoble, and Rhoda as well, I believe. Yeah, so let's begin with Infernoble, which is like the most standard part of the profile, I believe. So we have Triple Heritage, we have Triple Museum, we have only these two equips. I don't play Joy anymore, I don't think it's needed. I'm trying to play all gas, no bricks, and this just helped. Every time I missed a third equip, I just resolved Maugis, so it was fine all day long, even like weeks before when I was testing. Yeah, this is all I ever needed. But I do admit that this requires being more skillful with your resources, so I don't recommend it to anybody. I mean, I don't recommend you to just go to an event like this because Gianfranco said so. No, just test it before and be sure you can be comfortable managing your resources, and then you can cut the joy, I guess. And then the one of each. These two guys are really crucial for the Sinful Engine. We don't play any more targets here. In the side that we play one more, but they are just all you need because you can cycle them back with Maugis, with one card here. So yeah, these are all you need. One of each, what can I say? We try to utilize the bad normal summons, like these three dudes. Every time we open them, we don't want to like, oh, full combo, Ogre or not full combo, and then have this as a breaking hand. No, we actually utilize every resource with different combo lines and freestyle. So that's something that I really enjoy about this variant and this engine, that you don't have to play a lot of normal summons as you may think. So why? Because as you can see, we are only playing this not because we are fan of Joy Wheeler, not what you saw on Team Samurai video. Here we are just trying to be competitive. So this has like 3 cool effects, especially going second the pop, playing around the roll, and if you open a normal summon, then you just don't search this, you search this instead. So it's really flexible for you. So we only play one of the normal summons just because it's searchable with this or the Rhodas, one of the instant fusion, and one of these two guys. And even though they could look at as bricks, you need to utilize every resource properly. Going second, this can be an extender. Just put it in the graveyard with your witch, use the graveyard effect, boom, an extender, an instant fusion, half of a Baron the Floor or half a Charles, yeah. And this guy, I won a game against Salamangreat where I didn't have access to 4 ones, but I had access to him. So Crushing, revive him, then, what's his name? Princess, revive Ash, Angelica right here, boy, yeah. So you need to be creative, but I mean, his graveyard effect is just a Phoenix Blade. And then this is really nice with Fenrir because in the battle phase you can like chain block the effects, you can protect your IP, your SP, your Appaloosa with this. Yeah, so it's really nice, more than it looks at first glance. The more you test with this engine, you're gonna like it, but yeah, especially breaking boards, like going second like helps too much. And then in the Sinful, we don't play 5, we play 7. Yeah, this looks expensive. I am probably gonna sell these cards. I only bought them for the event, but they were needed. What can I say? And then the 9 flex spots because we like to keep it at 40. Ash, Infern, Fender. Now this is entirely a meta call. You don't have to play this in your own event or locals. What was my miracle? A lot of random, a lot of rogue, and I was correct. So because of those decks, I needed every card to be as live as possible. These Ash Impram are super generic. I was testing TTT, but I needed more something more generic than that, more live. And Fenrir was great all day long. Like, you don't need Riser here because you have like because you want to utilize everything as a normal summon. This could be like 4, this could be like every Rora. You have like 18 normal summons, something like that. Sometimes you normal summon Ash to make one on the floor. So you didn't need the Rise card at all, I didn't miss him. This just serves another copy as a free cost for the instant. Is good enough, I guess. Or a free cost for Witch, for Sinful. So yeah, that's all the main deck. After the event, I am realizing that it was 100% correct. Like, yeah, the main deck was, I wouldn't change any card for the event that I prepared for the matchup that I had. Now the extra deck is, this was solved before the event, like, there is no flex spot here, everything is mandatory. So first, these two guys, we don't play the other guy, as you can see, we didn't play the entire engine, we don't play the bad trap, we don't play the bad equip, we just need these guys. So here for the instant fusion, and this for the trap, instead of being a brick going second, being an extender. Also, just this equipping here with Museum gives this guy 3000 attacking twice, so this only, also your OTK push, you don't need the big guy for this. What can I say? The idea behind the trap is that, you know that, how do you get follow-up infinite grinding? Mogis says, recycle main deck stuff. How can you recycle extra deck stuff? Well, we have two ways, Renault and Maze. But usually that feels like a -1 because you want to get them back to the hand. Well, this says shuffle back. So with this graveyard effect, you can actually shuffle back an extra Fire Warrior. At the same time that you're getting follow-up, you're getting an extender. Another way to trigger Crush Ship. So yeah, it's really, really nice. So yeah, playing this is a must alongside him, but the other guy is Winmore, you don't need him. I would also have to play, first there is no space here. I would also have to play a second copy of the level 4 Sorman to make that extra interruption work, but it's Winmore. I never missed that. So just these two guys as the fusion monsters. Then we have the 4 Synchros, which is super standard, nothing to explain here. You make him a lot with Sublimation and Fenrir, Sublimation and Witch. Yeah, that's the idea behind Sublimation. Also, going second, Sublimation is really nice. Like, you are facing an IP, you summon, equip Oliver, they could trigger IP into SP, but now Oliver is protecting him, so now they have to banish the Oliver. Or they don't do anything, just set Vital Phase and same result. So him being faster to equip than Ogier comes up a lot. Also saving a +1, because if you want Ogier with Oliver, you have to waste the graveyard effect, which is like a Phoenix Blade. Every of these little graveyard effects matter more now that we don't have Phoenix Blade. So sometimes having him equipping something, saving that something graveyard effect comes up and helps. So yeah, Sublimation is a must in my opinion, at least in this variant that I am playing. And yeah, Baron the Floor comes along with that package. And then, yeah, what can I say, one of each. So more often than not, in turn 3 or 4, you were shuffling back your Charles with the trap by summoning this guy. And then you only need like a level 4 tuner or level 4 and then Turbine effect, and then you make him again. Yeah, that was really a nice play that happened in testing. I think it happens once in the event. And then we have the links. So for the links, link ones, Link Spire is a must, not only because Nibiru and Sinful, but also because of this guy. If you want this guy to be material for Princess or SP, he's vanilla, he's not an effect, so you gotta make Link Spider. So is being a vanilla bad? Not really, because with this guy being a vanilla, you can clear a lot of the Rescue board because the trap says affect monsters. I think even the Preventer Book of Moon effect monster, I can't recall that correctly. But for the traps, they have to target effects, so he's just immune to that, and that's nice against that matchup that is really common in the fire meta. And then we have the Link 2s, which are these guys. Yeah, here is a must. These two as well. When you get roll, a lot of the time you just make IP, Charles pass. These two guys equal 4 interruptions, that's more than enough. against 5 cards more often than not. Cross Shift is insane to link climb, so we can link climb into the last monsters, Princess and Appaloosa, and you can trigger this with either of the 2 instant fusion monster targets. Yeah. What can I say? Every card is needed. I cannot change anything. I wanna fit a Linkuriboh and a Dark, but man, there is no space for those. Linkuriboh to make SP, you know, live and win second, but right now you can do it not only with Hira, also with the instant fusion guys. Yeah, the instant fusion into this into Link Spider, or just the other one that it is actually an effect monster. So that's why you can play around not having Linkuriboh and making SP. Dark in reviving Witch is nice, but there is just no space, and I think Hira reviving Populous is as good. But here is also a way to unlock the fire lock that Princess gives you, so she's just more needed. Also, if they pop your Dark, you don't get a search, but with Hira you do. And then Princess is amazing. Like, you can, with Princess and Cross Shift, you have double revival, so you can modulate your sequencing a lot. Like, Princess can revive your Gearfried, your Cross Shift. Like, a really common play, let me tell you right now, is gonna be that your Cross Shift, usually you trigger Cross Shift with the Realm, but this requires a cost. So you either cost something extra you don't need, or a Fenrir, or if you have multiple normal summons that I hope you don't get with this build. It is designed to not bring on normal summons, but if you do, like, you have some cool effects that you wanna trigger on your normal summons. I think mainly this for dudes. So like, if you started with one of those, with this you can cost another, and then summon, and then revive what you cost and trigger it, you know? Any of these 4 have some good application when they are, you know, normal or special. So you could, like, oh, effect, cost sublimation, summon, revive sublimation, get a +1. Yeah, that comes up a lot. And then, or you could just summon Ricardero, don't use the effect to lock on warriors, upgrade into Princess, and then use the effect on summon Ricardero and then lock into warriors. And because this helps more for the OTK push, being, you know, 27 or 37 with this, man, this boosting attack helped too much. I had a game where I didn't have access to Angelica, but I did something like Ricardero Vanish to summon an Ogier that got negated, but you know, he was still a tuner. So all I needed to do was summon my Flame, go into Charles. I got Droll on Museum, but that means that I have a Museum live. So I could upgrade this into Link 1 and then Museum summon this again. So just with these 2 guys, just with these 2, I had 35 because of Museum, and then effect, boost 1000, 45 in game. As simple as that. So the modulating attack is just too great. Like I told you before, he's 18. With this, 25. With Museum, 3k. With this, 4k, attacking twice. Like, yeah, we make OTK out of nowhere every time. So even though you could question the only 6 hand traps in the main, almost every time that I went second, I won, or I had a chance to win. To be specifically, yeah, we're gonna see that in my matchup report. But now, let's move on to side deck. So we had 6 more hand traps to roll need. Yeah, they helped a lot in the matchups that they were needed. So then these 3 for back row removal against Rescue Ace. I actually resolved this against a Rescue Ace that set 5, I believe, on the field. It felt amazing. Then these 6 going first, TTT call by, and then these 3. I was thinking about maining these, but you know, there was more random than actually Fire Kings in my weird meta. So I think it was the correct call to just keep them in the side. I chose this over Bradamante because he's like a free Phoenix Blade effect, which Bradamante is not. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just read them carefully. I actually won in time once with this because I hard opened it. That's the one moment that I wish I had Bradamante, because we were going into time, but I just hard opened this and it was not needed. But only happened once. And then yeah, the 6 needed going first, I believe. The activity was insane. I was really close to main at least one. in exchange for a Fenrir, but I decided to just commit. And Fenrir was crazy to break boards. Game 1, a lot. So I was super happy with my decision in every card of this deck main extra side. I don't think I could change anything. The synergy between cards was there every time. I remember I even like the pop effect helped so much breaking boards, even actually going for game. Like I had an Angelica attacking to Typhon, pop the Typhon, and now my Baron the Floor attack for game. Yeah, like every card that looks like an intuitive, then that's probably the Flimstorm and stuff. Yeah, they did their job in my opinion. This guy being like a +2 if you use correctly the Graveyard effect and then set up the trap. With this, yeah, I don't think I could explain more my card choices here, but feel free to ask anything. And now that you saw all the deck, we can move on into the report. Okay guys, time for the tournament report. We lose all the dice rolls in this event, so we go second game 1 every time. So match 1 against Fire King, we imprint the Witch, they steal full combo. So we were something like the Veiler negate Fenrir, the Princess pop our Ogier, the Kirin pop our Renault, the Arvada negate our Gearfried. Then we had Sinful, so we still combo through everything, set up double Charles, but wasn't enough. He still in the comeback OTK us, mainly because we misplayed in the battle phase. We should have used it in a better moment. We for 1 second forgot that Fenrir was negated, and that was huge. We should have killed Arvada, and then Gearfried shouldn't be aboard, and we would have more interruptions. Game 2, he had Bell as Imperm, and we could have played through those 3 hand drops, but we didn't, because we misplayed. We were so used to searching their face, but he ashes there. We should have used a Museum in main phase, so our TTT was alive if he ashes that. TTT would have ripped the Imperm, and then we still had combo to the Bell with a second copy of Museum, and then yeah, the quick play that we should not shotgun in that scenario. Round 2 against Labrynth, they full combo with rollback and everything, use the big welcome in turn 0, rip Witch, but of course we trigger it to take advantage, and then we start in draw phase, they rip an Almain, so they keep getting away resources, but we, despite that, we push through the board. We set up Baron the Floor that they didn't see coming to negate the rollback, and then they draw on Museum Search to Durendal. We had Almaze, and they were a fan of the channel, so they knew about Infernoble. That was super cool because I put myself in his shoes, like, okay, if he's thinking like an Infernoble player, he's gonna make Angelica lose timing with the furniture. We knew about 2 furnitures in hand, Stovey and Chandelier. So, Durendal on Angelica, lose timing. Baron on Angelica, lose timing. Oh, your Angelica get pops, Durendal revive. And then Almaze on Angelica goes through. So we still set up the Charles and break a little bit of the board. And then in turn 3, he cleared the whole board, didn't OTK. We had infinite follow-up even under draw, because Baron standby facing to Witch, because we had the Flimstorm cost for Charles, and then Mill, and then search the trap that is an extender with Witch, and then resolve Magnets at some point, and then the Sinful in the graveyard. So in the turn 4, we again push through every interruption and then OTK with a huge board. The Princess reviving Gearfried and like double link one, one link one synchro. Yeah, it was too much. Game 2, like 6 minutes remaining, he just virus call spells against 4 spells, GG quickly. We said let's rush, let's not slow play, let's not stall. Game 3, we hard open the Angelica and the Almaze, easy win, what can I say. Round 3 against Centur-Ion, we didn't open any of the 9 non-engine, 74% chance, so they Calamity's FTK. We didn't reveal the deck, so game 2 they didn't have enough hand traps, I believe, so we just FTK easily. We set up Baron, they tried to imprint chart the link one, but we had the spell, so we caused the spell, we didn't have to waste Baron. We set up like 6 interruptions. And game 3, he breaks, he ends on Judgment, and the trap that vanish until the standby phase. He banish Witch, Judgment Angelica, he stop us, then he goes into Primera, we imprint, we stop him, and then we full combo. round 4 against Rescue Ace. We stopped them because we ashed the original, and he used ash on our original, so it was back and forth. And then he improves the Ogier, but we still have gas, so we just make double Charles without Angelica, just Ogier as a tuner, and Flame Storman, Charles, and then you zoom into second Charles, OTK because we had a Realm, and Realm says win 1000, so one had 35, the other one had 45, yeah. Game 2, he foots combo, we Lightning Storm the back row, we go Sublimation to Oliver to trick the IPSP interaction, but we lose because we misplayed inside him. We were like minimum Flame Engine game 2. 1 level 4, 1 quick. We opened both 1-offs, so we missed the Realm, the continuous. With that extended, that we could have gotten for free, we would have won game 2, but we didn't have enough to push. In game 3, we bricked, we just end on IP and Angel Ring. That was unfortunate. And then he full combo through that easily, yeah. Round 5 against Salamangreat, we won 2-0. Game 1, we imperm the Gazelle, so he just ended in non-engine. So we go into Fenrir, they Veiler. We go into Museum Durendal, they Rage, pop the Durendal. They had a hit soul, so only pop 1. Then we didn't have Angelic access, so we crush it, revive Ash. Then we Promethean Princess, revive Salamandra, Ash, Angelica. Boom. OTK. Game 2, we open Imperm Ash, Imperm Mirage Salio, Imperm Nib, yeah. Nib right before the Wolf was about to recover a trap, so they had only non-engine again. In this time, it was like they ashed our museum, and then with Ricardero, Renault, and Witch, we went into Charles hard way, popped the token, so we had Charles and Nibiru token and something else. I think we had the second copy of Museum, so we still like use the effect to summon a Charles and OTK like quickly. Voiceless, round 6. Game 1, they full combo, 6 interruptions, called by Nib Droll, and then the engine, the trap that pops, the Omni Negate, and the spell negate that almost no one plays, the Dragon Ritual. So it was something like they roll on Fenrir Search, Fenrir try to negate the trap, they only negate pop it, we summon a new one, we escalate into Baron the floor, they never see it coming, pop the call by set, then Realm got negated with the spell negate, we escalate into Princess, we cost the Gearfried for Realm, and then Princess summoned Gearfried, we had an equip, and then before going to battle phase, negate Nibiru, link away the Princess to be an interruption, so Gearfried Hira, he breaks that because that's just 2 interruptions. We use both Princess and Gearfried, he ends on Typhon, we bounce Gearfried, we have no equips in graveyard, that's why we had to cheat Gearfried with Princess. We top the Imperm to negate the Typhon, and then we use Original, add Renault, Ricardé in graveyard, summon Renault as a tuner, add back Turpin, normal summon Turpin, that's Angelica, and then OTK. Angelica into Museum to Gearfried was live, yeah, OTK. Game 2, we draw, they set up the trap and the Omni Negate, and we break Horrible with like 3 sinful cards. Game 3, they draw, we end on the Charlemagne, the Flame Quick Play, and the Baron. He outs the board, end on Typhon. We battle phase, and we were really close into time, so we are like, are we finished? Okay, draw phase, stumble phase, main phase, battle phase, because that was game on board. And then he was like, no, main phase, I want to use a trap. I am declaring I am saying I want to go into battle. Time was called, judge says, okay, you can use your trap, and then you can move into battle because you had the intention. He used the trap, we called by the, so they didn't resolve the first effect of the trap, he continues. And then Angelica attacked Typhon, flip the Flamestorm and quick play, pop Typhon, Angelica pop, Baron pop, GG. Because the only damage he did was the big 40-41 ritual into Baron that had Maugi, so he didn't die. So he did like 1k, we did like 4 something k. That was close. And round 7, the only unwinnable round, Branded. Game 1, he gave me Puppet, we had Imperm, but they had a Cartesia. So he branded fusion, summon Albion, chaining 1 Albion, chaining 2 Cartesia, then we Imperm. When Imperm is live on the Albion, they still combo into Gimmick Puppet FTK. Game 2, we set up 16 eruptions with an early Baron Negate, the GG, with Angel Ring. And game 3, we draw him, he lets go. We Ash on Branded Fusion, he had the Cold Bite, and then he still combo into the Gimmick Puppet, so that's sad, that was unwinnable. The rest, the other 2 that we lost, were winnable. So we ended 4 wins, 3 losses. There was 2 more rounds, but we scooped there because there was no chance to top with a 6-3 record. And that's my whole experience. The deck worked like I expected. I blame myself on the misplays. That's the reason that we didn't win 2 of those 3 losses. But that's it. I think it was a good meta call because in Peru in Lima the meta call is super random. Like it was like more random rogue decks one of decks than actual Fire King or Rescue Ace. So yeah, what can I say? I prepared for my weird meta and it was a good preparation, I believe. So see you in the next video.